Hey fans, it's me, Aaron, for a comic show. I'm here, it's actually Tuesday, but the books are for the Wednesday before Comic-Con, and all the publishers are getting out some of their best stuff for Comic-Con. Sadly, I'm not going. It's the first time in like 10 years I'm not going because I have like an infant baby boy at home to help my wife take care of who just screams nonstop. He screams all the time. There's nothing wrong with him medically, but he just loves to scream. I'm sending my employee Charles there. You might see him. He looks like redneck Lex Luthor. But Diamond Comics, they screwed me. They screwed me this week. There's 2 boxes I didn't get. One, they just shipped to a different comic book store that I'm going to pick up later after this video. Another box is coming tomorrow because apparently they didn't get the box out of the warehouse before the holiday weekend that started on Thursday. I don't know, but so that's why I don't have Saga. That's why I don't have the new book Tomorrows that I was interested in. That's why I don't have Batman Superman. But I do have a lot of books that I've read, enjoyed to talk about. So let's get into that. Invader Zim, #1. This is crazy. This is awesome. This is what everyone's been talking about. This is something that is getting people into the store that haven't really been regulars of the store. And that's what's getting people that, you know, we have the geekies, so we have nerdy karaoke and nerd trivia and all that stuff. So these people are going to eat this up. And what I like about it is how authentic it is. You know, Yonan Vasquez, he's not going to be forced to do anything. He's not going to sell out. He's not going to he doesn't let his properties be exploited. And he's writing this. And there's even a variant cover with him that we could get in equal amounts of the regular cover. And if you like Invader Zim at all, get it, seriously. Like, there's not any other Invader Zim product, and it's authentically him. He's writing it, seriously. He is the words for that book. So if you like it, you will like that. If not, your tastes have changed because this is the same dude. So that's about it. Changes, big changes. Archie, all new Archie #1, Mark Waid and Fiona Staples. Fiona Staples from Saga, reimagined Archie. This is, hi, my name's Archie Andrews, and he's new. He's new for a new generation of kids, and I liked it. I would have to say I've never read Archie regularly before. I read, you know, the zombie Archie books. I read the Death of Archie issue, which was quite good. I'm sort of a fan of what Archie's doing as a company. It's kind of neat. I'm into it. I'm really into Zdarsky's book coming with Jughead, where it's more than burgers, but mostly burgers. But this was fun. It was really well done, and it didn't seem pandering. It didn't seem like just like, hey, teenagers, read this. Like I enjoyed it, and I think it's going to do well. So if you are interested in that, give it a shot. If not, there's plenty of other stuff for you, both by Mark Waid this week too, which I'll get to. Walking Dead 144. Our Kirkman couldn't stand not to be the buzz of Comic-Con, so he has to get this out right before Comic-Con. And there is a lot of death in here. Seriously, there is. We had a heads up about it, so we ordered extra copies. We didn't know who was going to die. There's death in there. There's like, avoid the internet for spoilers. If you see anyone talking about Walking Dead 144 and you haven't read it yet, you don't want it spoiled, just avoid it. Just seriously, there is death. There is death. There's death. And I don't want to spoil it, but yeah, my friend Rick Shea from Melbourne owns Famous Faces. He was right and I was wrong about who was going to die. And yeah, I thought, yeah, it's crazy. So I'm not going to spoil it. Starve, Brian Wood's new book by Image. It's essentially Transmet, but instead of being a journalist, he is a celebrity chef. But trust me, it is political, even though it's a celebrity chef. He does have a lot to say, and he just tells it through food and talks about the rich and the 1%, all that stuff through food and the decadence of that, and bluefin tuna. So I enjoyed it. Strange Fruit, this book was amazing. Not just Mark Waid's story, but the art. You know, it looks a little bit like Alex Ross. It's J.G. Jones, and essentially it's Mississippi, 1927, and a spaceship lands, and it's like Superman, except he's black in Mississippi, and it is freaking ridiculous. The Klan's there, and it has the best use of the rebel flag. I know it's not the Confederate flag, I know it's the battle flag of Virginia, and I don't care. It's the rebel flag with a rebel yell. Best use of that ever, and I'm not talking about the Klan using it. seriously, if you want to know what I'm saying and you're not getting the book, just look at the last page. But this book is political, it's smart, it makes you ashamed to be a white person, but you know that buying it, you're part of the solution, right? So I really, really enjoyed it. Mark Waid has something magical going on here with J.G. Jones, and it's a great book. Star Wars Lando, Charles Soule, Malieve. This was fun. It's been described as, it's a heist. Okay, it is, yeah. I like it. I like it a lot. It is after New Hope, probably, I guess. He doesn't have the Millennium Falcon, so it's probably after that. Yeah, sure. It's a heist. It's fun. And it opens up with Lando being just this classic Lando ladies' man and getting what he wants, not with force, not with blasters. He said blasters are for people that lack imagination. And he's a con artist. And it is exactly what I wanted in a Lando book. And if you have any love for Charles Soule, get it. Even if Lando is not your favorite, he will make Lando your favorite. I mean, it was my favorite Star Wars book yet. So, that's saying something. I'm really digging Jason Aaron's Star Wars and really digging Darth Vader. But Lando by Charles Soule was amazing. It was a perfect book. So, moving on. These are just kind of a fun Secret Wars tie-in. 1872, this is like reimagined the Marvel characters in this era. So it's a Western. It's a classic Western with the Marvel characters, well drawn, well done. I enjoyed it. Civil War by Charles Soule and Lionel Yu. This was awesome as well. Civil War was this epic story that everyone reveres, and I was there. It was cool. But the one thing that people complained about was the ending. Everything just ended up in this nice kind of like political ending. And I argued at the time it was a political story and it had a political ending. What was the end game? What was he going to, Cap going to go force Congress to vote a different way under threat of violence? Like, you better vote this way or I'm going to throw my shield at you. But this is how things could have gone so wrong so easily when you use political violence. And it goes extremely wrong in the first few pages where it deviates from our story of Civil War, and it's just crazy. Nothing gets put back together. It goes on, jumps years in the future, and things are just awful, and it was highly enjoyable. So if you like the Civil War book, which most everyone likes it, but thought maybe the ending could have had a little bit more punch, that's the book for you. Age of Apocalypse, same thing. If you liked Age of Apocalypse, get it. You'll want more. It's done in that same style. The creative team, the writer's the same dude from back in the day, and the art looks very much like the Joe Mad type of stuff, and it gave you what you want. It pandered. It totally pandered. So if you like Age of Apocalypse, you're going to like it. The two SpiderMan books for Secret Wars both had Venom. This one, Spider Island with Christos Gage, mainly it's a Flash Thompson Venom book. But, seeing all the Marvel characters as spiders is cool. Seeing Hulk with 6 arms and 2 legs, so 8 altogether, is pretty badass. And then they start throwing in some other mutations of animals and, Cap, Wolf, all that good stuff. So, yeah, it was fun. It's not necessary to get. It's just if you flip through it and that looks fun to you, get it. It also has a backup story with Mayday Parker, Spider-Girl. This, however, Dan Slott's Renew Your Vows, is pretty heady stuff. It's pretty much wish fulfillment. If Spider-Man stayed married and had a kid, how would that work? Because when you have a kid, you would sacrifice anything for your kid. You would do things that you otherwise would never do, like, be up all night changing diapers, crap like that. But would you kill for your kid? Spider-Man doesn't kill, but he does. That happened in the first issue, not really a spoiler for this issue. And it just goes from there. What happens with Spider-Man? What would he not do to protect his family? And the answer is probably about nothing. So then was Quesada right? Should he not be married? Should he not have a kid? Because then he would most likely not be Spider-Man. So that's it. Enjoy Comic-Con, the people that will be there. I know the vast majority of people aren't there. I know I'm a spoiled little bitch that gets to go every year, and am whining that I didn't get to go this year, but seriously, there's a lot of good comics. Invader Zim, if you like that. Strange Fruit, this is very powerful stuff. Better Call Saul, Lando is an amazing take on that. And enjoy your comics. I'll be glued to the news from Comic-Con, as I'm sure all you will too. And have fun. Bye-bye.